Good evening, everyone. We're going to start unusually punctually this evening because we have a participant who has a plane to catch. So really, literally, going from here to the airport. So we're just going to dive right in. My name is Chris Harwood. I'm president of the New York chapter of SVU, the Czechoslovak Society of Arts and Sciences. And it's my great pleasure to welcome you to the 13th already edition of, what has become our signature program, the 6-Minute Challenge, the brainchild of my indefatigable colleague, Zuzana Halsi, in which we get Czechs and Slovaks who are maybe in New York for a shorter time, or Czech Americans or Slovak Americans who have been in the New York area maybe for a longer time, and all of whom do something really interesting, that they have the challenge of presenting to you in a mere 6 minutes. And the rules of the game are, I'll introduce them. Once they get to the podium and are ready to go, I'm going to turn over the green hourglass, which runs for 5 minutes. And when that's going, everything is fine. And then when they see me come up here and turn over the red hourglass, which is the last minute, they know they've really got to get it in. That's the 60-second warning. And, we'll be merciful if they run a little bit over, but we're going to start, jumping around on the sidelines if they're cutting into their neighbor's time. But I know everyone's going to do their best to be punctual. As you probably noticed, we've got this QR code. You can scan that, and that'll bring up the text of this program, which has all the information, or a lot of information, about the biographies of our presenters. I'm not going to read this information when I introduce them. I'm just going to say their name and tell them to go. So I encourage you to pick up that information either from the printed program or through that code and find out more about our presenters. I would like to thank the Slovak Consulate General for being our longtime partner in this event, supporting us both as a media partner and supporting us with refreshments for the reception. I would like to thank our principal sponsor, BBLA, the Bohemian Benevolent and Literary Association, which provides funding that makes all of our programming possible. And also the Czech Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which has given us grants which have allowed us to put a lot of our programming on our YouTube channel. You'll see that slide coming up in a moment. And we do encourage you to check out our YouTube channel. You can see previous installments of this program. We will be filming tonight and putting this evening's program up on the internet soon. And the only other announcement, I think, is we have a slide coming up shortly informing you about our first 2 programs of 2023. So give me a couple seconds and that'll come up. There we go. January 22nd, a talk by linguist Lida Kopp on the Texas Czechs and what that says about the Czech language in America. Oh, and on February 28th, a talk on the architect, Bedřich Feuerstein, I believe was the name, by Professor Čapková, right, who will be giving that talk for us. And the only other note I have for you is that we have a couple of last-minute tweaks to the program. Eva Janone is unable to appear this evening, so she's not going to be in the program. And the third person, Otto Zizák Jr., has been delayed, so we are going to put him at the end of the program. Otherwise, the participants will be appearing in the order you find them in your program. And if I haven't left anything out, then I'm going to invite our first presenter.